Warmups. The head and neck warm-ups come with a medical warning, and some doctors think that if you do these exercises that you might dislodge plaque in your arteries and might cause a stroke. So use your own discretion in doing these. Okay, first one is just say no, back and forth. You want to feel a nice stretch when you do this. And then the next one, you say yes. So head up and head down. Again, you want to feel nice stretches, especially when you put your neck down. And finally, half circles. Now, only half circles. This is the one that comes with a medical warning, so that they come down and up. The popping that you might hear in your neck is gas bubbles that are lodged in there that are breaking, and it's no big deal. It's probably even good for you. Next exercise we call screw the light bulb. Arms are up, hands make the tiger's mouth. As recall, there's a 90-degree angle between arm and shoulders, and you rotate back and forth. Try to get as much rotation in your arms as possible, and also to pull back as much as possible as you can. Am I at 90 degrees?
Yeah.
Yes, okay. So, just to make you aware, this is wrong, as is this. Okay, let's say that you've had a stroke or a heart attack or cardiac surgery, and your doctor says not to put your hands over your head, then you just rotate them down so that they're below your head, and do the same thing. It's not as effective, but it still works. Yeah. The next warm-up is called wash the arms, and what we're doing is we're washing the underside of one arm as it presses forward, and we bring our hands all the way up to our armpits, and this is using the Lao Gung point to stimulate all the yin meridians on the underside of your arm, which is pericardium, heart, and lung. And to keep me framed, I'm going to show it from another angle.
Mm-hmm.
Am I framed?
Yep.
Okay, there we go. It's the same thing. Make sure the important part is washing underneath, not so much pressing out, but as you saw, I pressed out in the center point of my body. Okay. Next exercise is turning at the waist. You put one hand up near your nose, the other hand down just below your navel. And you turn at the waist until you can't anymore. Switch your arms around and turn at the waist until you can't anymore. And switch your arms around again and turn at the waist. And just do that a few repetitions. I'm going to show it to you from one side so that you can see that my arms are out but relaxed. Okay, next one. Next exercise we call the hula. And just remember what you did with the hula hoop. So you bring your hips around in one direction for a while, and then in the other direction for a while. Next exercise is rotate the arms. Rotate them big circles and forward. And you notice at the end, my Lao Gungs wash against each other. And after you've done that for a while, then you rotate them back. Trying to touch your shoulder blades together. And that's just so you can relax your mind. One arm goes up, one arm goes down, and they come around and meet. And when you get tired of doing it that way, you switch and go the other way. But it's important that the arms always meet at some point. Next exercise is the toyu. So the first thing we do is get into left bow. Right hand comes straight in and straight out. Your weight center moves with your hand. The left hand pushes out and circles over the right hand. I'm going to give a side view now. See if I'm still framed. So I'm in left bow. Right hand pushes straight in and straight out. You see my weight shifting. And then the left hand circles over the right hand. So the right hand continues to go in and straight out. Okay, you keep the bow, and we're going to do what's called grinding the bead curve now. So left hand grabs just under the short ribs, right hand comes up to the clavicle, and you circle out 20 times using the same leg motions that you did in the toyu. And we'll truncate it. This is 18, 19, 20. Then we circle in 20 times with the same arm. And again truncating it. 18, 19, 20. Step back and you close. And of course, this is repeated on the other side. Okay, so the next one, if you can remember the old ducks in the glass, you bend from the hips, lean forward, and let gravity do a stretch at the back of your legs. And then you come up again and lean back as far as you can. And let your hips and your legs stretch. Well, now I'm going to do it from the side also. So lean forward, bending from your hips. Are we good?
Mm-hmm.
Let gravity take you down. Hang around down there. Let gravity do that stretch. Remember, you should only feel this in the back of your legs. You shouldn't be feeling it in your back. Then you come up again. Hand comes up last. And lean back. Until you feel like you've stretched that. And then you come back up again.
Okay.
Next exercise is called Vadanyu. And you have your feet about shoulder width apart. Remember when we did horse stance, you're either going to be doing classical horse stance or broken horse stance. I do it in broken horse stance. Arms come up and palms down, and you let yourself sit down. And this is a relaxation. You're not pushing yourself down. And arms come up again. And you let yourself go down again. You should be feeling this only in the quadriceps. That's the tops of your thighs. If you're feeling it in your back, you're feeling it in your knees, you're trying to go down too far. Now to look at it from a different angle, you notice that my back remains straight. It doesn't bend forward. This is good danyu. If you find that you're doing this, you're becoming a legend in your own mind, but you're not doing the danyu. So it has to be straight. up and down. Next comes the crane practices. So you come to cat stance. Make sure that your upper leg is bent a little bit. You slowly come up to crane stance. And come back down again. Of course, you repeat on the other side. Then next you do side cat, side crane. Come up. And then down again. Okay, and finally, you do cross crane, sweep across, crane, and down. And this is repeated on each side, so not too many times, maybe 3 times each exercise each side. These exercises are preparations for the kicks that you're going to be doing in the second part, and the cross crane is a preparation for the sweep we're going to do in the third part.